So when you go to Elume.ie, this is what you get. So you can create your teacher account by clicking on this link here. It'll ask you for your details. You'll see that you get 14 days free trial. You can pick a monthly plan or you can pick a yearly plan. And you'll see, because it's early adopter now at the minute, if you pick a yearly plan, that's good until the end of September 2027. When you do set up your account, you will get an email verification. You click on that link and it'll bring you back, and you can use the details you set up then to log in. So when you log in and go through the relevant steps, you will be brought to the dashboard page that looks like this. So I'm going to give you a very short, quick overview here to try and keep this video short. The very first thing you should do is go to the admin page up here. It will ask you to set up your timetable. You can put in for each day. Of course, if all days are the same, you can click this box. But for me, my day starts at 8:50. I have 6 classes per day. They're all 58 minutes classes, put in my lunch break times. And when I do all that, it will create a timetable that looks like this. Now, I can select any of my class periods here. And since the demo class is already set up, I can just click here and I can say this is one. It'll give me the list of classes I've set up. Demo class will go in there and then we're good. So I can populate my timetable like that. I can also, anything I have in the AM before school, anything I might have at break, maybe clubs, maybe supervision, anything at lunchtime or after school, and I can put some notes in there. Now, you should also then go into your admin details and put your name in here. When you put your name in here, it will save it to the system and it will know that each class that you are the teacher. Of course, you can edit individual classes if you want, but also sets your planner up with your details. You can also upload your school logo, which is good because when you create resources using AI, it will add that school logo to those resources. Of course, you can say to add no logo, but the Elume logo is also an option there. You can also set your class admin pin here, and that will become obvious in a minute what that's for. So at the minute, let's go in and see what a class looks like. So I'll just give a quick overview of the class today. Of course, you can create your own class by just clicking this button, picking the relevant cycle, picking the relevant year, and the level and the subject. So if I wanted to create that first year maths class, I'll just maybe pick a color, and there it is. I have pre-populated a class for every new account so you can get an idea of the features before you have to go fully into setting up your own. So if I click on demo class, this is what you get. So in your demo class, you can of course edit these individual details for the group you have, for the room you're in, by clicking this gear wheel here. Your students can also see this class. Now they can't see all the features, they see a special student only version of it. Now the student hub is a separate page that they can go to, and they can put the class code in and they can get straight into it. They can also scan this QR code on their phone and get to it very quickly. But they will not need to set up an account or log in. It's set up to be streamlined, so there is a pin to get into the class if someone doesn't scan the QR code, so people can't put in random pins and join random classes. So here we have a few different easy features. Now since this class is fully set up, all these features will work. So for instance, I can pick a random name, and if I hit that, it will go through all the names in this class and give it to me. I can set up a seating plan. I can make team generators. I can put a little timer up here for the class. But what I want to show you first is the class admin. So if I go into class admin here, now of course you can change that. I can go in here and I can see all my students in the class. I can now go to test results and I can input results for a certain test here. Now when I input results, it'll come up here. When I have my test results input, it will go in here and it will show me my top performer down to people who are not doing so great. And it will give me my class average, and if I click on any name here, it'll give me a quick snapshot of how people are doing. So the red dotted line being the class average and the black line being how the particular student is doing. So let's look how this student is doing. So see, she's on an upward curve, and the red line, as I said, will be the same for everybody because that's the class average. I can also open a separate report by clicking on one of these options here, and it will give me a nice little report for that student. It also gives me a little snapshot here of a student that might be at risk. And I think one of the nicest features that you might get to use now before the summer is if you get some of your tests in, you can go to report generator. Now, I've already done this one at the top, so let's look at this person here. So I have a couple of boxes here. There are more on the way. So maybe she has more ability, she's always well behaved, and she is improving steadily. And I might put a nice message sign off, say like enjoy the summer holidays. So when I say that and I hit generate comment, it will now look at all her results. It will look at some of the indicators I hit, and it will generate this comment here. So the comment is made to be, you can hit this little copy button and you put it to your relevant assessment system then that you use and paste it across. So you can make all your comments like that. It's just nice and quick, and then it does look at all the data, so it's really making like genuine comments that are relevant to that particular student. Now, so there are loads of other features, as I said. I'll get through them all individually someday, but I suppose some of the core features are here, like whiteboard, collaboration board, and live quiz. And the whiteboard is the whole reason I actually started making this app. But as I said, that's just a quick overview to get you going, so hopefully that will get you up and running, and you can look at other videos for the next particular features the next time.